Hi all. Before we get started, I want to read a joke. It's from a book, World's Book of Best Jokes. It's edited by Eddie Cantor. I found it on the free rack at the library. It's 1943. You can tell it's a real old book by the pages. Just a short joke here. It's a husband and a wife talking to each other. Husband says, "Let's have some fun this evening." And the wife says, "Okay. And please leave the light on in the hallway if you get home before I do." Okay, so this one here will just we'll install the program we need to run the C programs. So we'll go into this guy here, and then this is a link to the compiler. Okay, so it Borland C++ compiler version 5.5. Here's the free compiler here. So we'll come back and we'll check this stuff out later on. So we'll click here to download it. Okay, so we'll click here. It wants us to fill out a form. So I'll go ahead and fill this out. Make sure you write down your information so if you need to get back to this. And it throws up this pop-up box. It says free command line tool. Save. Okay, it's asking us where do we want to put it. I'm just going to put it on my desktop. And I'm using Firefox, so I can open up the download. And you can see it's done already. It's only 8.5 megs. Okay, so here, this is something new. It says requires .NET 3.5 install for Windows 10. So I'm on Windows 10 here. So they give you directions here on how to install 3.5. Okay, so in the so here they say press the Windows key, and then in this search box type in Windows features, then press the enter key, and it gives us this pop-up box. It says to install .NET 3.5. So first line is 3.5. And we'll click OK. The .NET stuff, that's the .NET framework, that's a That's the Microsoft programming files. And for 3.5, I think that's the folder one. I think you're up to like 4 something. Okay, we should be done with this web page. We can close that. And here's the Borland compiler that we downloaded. You can see it's a exe, so we can click on this to install it. This is the user account control. Click yes. And click next. This is just saying where do you want to put it on your C:, on C:, in the Borland folder, in the BCC folder. Click finish. It says that folder does not exist. You want us to create it? Yes. And we're done installing. Now we can go to that folder, C:, Borland, and here's our compiler here. And in this bin folder, this BCC32exe, that's the actual compiler. Okay. Now, something we have to do is, here, let's check out this README here. You have to create a couple configuration files and put them in your bin folder. Okay, so I already have those created. So they go right in this bin folder here. So Borland BCC55 bin folder. And let's see, in this folder here I have these two files, these two config files. So we'll just drag copies of those in here. So these are just path to the include folder, a path to the lib folder. For some reason, the free compiler doesn't set these up for us, and we have to enter in these configuration files. So you can see here they're saying create the file with these two lines and then create a configure file here with this line. All that's doing is pointing to your Borland folder. One's pointing to this folder, the other one's pointing to this folder. So it's nothing you really have to worry about. Just your path might be different, so you have to make sure these paths are the same. So Borland BCC 55, Borland BCC 55 include in lib. And let's go in and see if it set the path for us. Right click on this computer, go to properties, go to advanced system settings, and then environment variables, and then on this path here, if we click edit, now you have to be real careful here, don't change anything. So click edit, and there's nothing here that's pointing to our bin folder. Okay, so see here, add this to your environment variables. It's just pointing to your bin folder. Okay, so click new, enter in that text, click OK. Now let's go back and check that, make sure it made it. And see, there's the path to our bin folder. All that does is make it easier for us to run the commands off the command line. We don't have to specify the whole path. So most programs that we install, it sets that up for us. We don't even have to worry about it. But for some reason, they don't set that up for us. Okay. And I don't know if I'm not sure if we need to reboot or not. We might need to reboot. But let's see if it works. I'm going to take this first program here, put that on C:, then I'm going to open a command prompt. I'm going to CD into that folder. And then I'm going to use BCC this guy here, BCC32. BCC32 to compile this guy here, Okay, so it looks like it worked. We can tell it worked because it created all these other files. And then right here is the program that we created. So we took this file here, helloworld.cpp. We ran the compiler, BCC32, that's the compiler. Borland C++ compiler, 32-bit. And we compiled the file helloworld.cpp. And then it created these files here. 1, 2, 3. And the only one that we really have to worry about is this one here. Now we run it by just saying hello world, and that ran this file here and output the text here. Okay, so that shows us that our compiler is installed and that it's working. So you can see why it's definitely an adventure to install the compiler and get it working. But once you get it installed, it's a free C++ compiler. You just can't beat that. Okay, I think we'll call her a day there. Okay, see ya. Bye.